Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about Vanderpump Rules star Lala Kent, considering we do have the Vanderpump Rules premiere coming up this upcoming week, which I'm so excited for. As you guys know, I will be in LA and I will be bringing you all of the content. But in the meantime, Reality Blurb covered her claiming that Heather Gay got her black eye from a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City co-star. She's talking about an interesting encounter with Vicki Gunvalson at BravoCon, and of course, she's shading the hell out of the Kardashians and Jen Shah. So we have a lot to discuss, but before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And as you know, we post every single day in the community tab, all of our polls, so make sure to go vote in that as well. I love you guys so much. Let's jump right in. I mean, what do you say, ladies? Let's do it.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so listen, according to Reality Blurb, and I don't know if I necessarily buy this because I've heard a totally different rendition of the story from people inside of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast, but Lala Kent shared behind-the-scenes details about Heather Gay's black eye on a recent episode of her podcast. I'm curious. Listen, you got my attention. I really like Lala. I worked with Lala. I trained her as a host at SUR before she ended up quitting, and then she got back and she came back and she got on the show. I mean, Jason and I did an interview with her. I met her again at BravoCon. Super sweet. I have nothing but great things to say about Lala Kent. But hours before Heather insisted on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 3 reunion that she had sustained the injury after blacking out, the Vanderpump Rules star said that she heard from someone from the cast. Well, she heard that someone from the cast was involved. And that's been total speculation the whole time. And she addressed a number of Real Housewives related topics, including her love for the Real Housewives of Orange County's Vicki Gunvalson and her issue with Jen Shah. I think someone did it, but I'm not going to say who I think did it. That's what Lala began on the Give Them Lala podcast. Now, according to Lala, she received inside information about Heather Gay's black eye, and after learning that someone did that to Heather, she concluded that because Heather was on a cast trip, that someone had to be a part of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So that someone that she believes did this to Heather had to have been a part of the cast since it was on a cast trip. While Heather maintains that she doesn't know exactly what happened to her, Lala said that if something similar had gone down on Vanderpump Rules, it would have been a very different situation. But mind you guys, I don't know if we remember this. There was an entire internal investigation here and people were pissed. I did my Ryan Bailey recap of Salt Lake City with Ryan Bailey, of course. But when we did, he even said, it's kind of crazy. It's almost like treating the viewers like we're dumb to be able to go out there. You launched an internal investigation and everyone's being investigated, like the producers, the camera people, the cast. These are people that you've been working for or with for 3 seasons now. So that's kind of a problem if you actually knew what was going down. And then you tease that it could potentially be in your memoir, Bad Mormon. I don't know. It's a bad taste in your mouth. Lala can appreciate the way in which she and the Vanderpump Rules cast members are held accountable because as a viewer of reality television, she watches her favorite shows to see the drama. If I wanted to watch Kumbaya, I'd watch the Kardashians. Ooh. She shared this, throwing a little bit of shade at the Hulu series. I don't watch. The only time I've watched is when I see those just fight and when there's drama, and I tried to watch the full episode, I was just like, I'm just gonna watch the clips. But many people say this about the Kardashians. Listen, I can sit there and watch a full episode of the Kardashians and I'm like, oh my gosh, give me more. And Jason's like, no, I'm done with this. What the hell are we watching? I'm good. I don't want to watch this. It's all B-roll. It's like pan over LA and then they're eating their salad. So I get everyone's perspective on this. However, at the end of the day, they've had 20-something seasons of this show and they've created a billion-dollar empire. So they're doing something right, or at least Kris Jenner is. Now, Lala then admitted to being a big fan of Vicki Gunvalson, saying that the Real Housewives of Orange County star is one of her most favorite people, and looking back at a run-in that she had with her during a plane ride to BravoCon. She was sitting right behind me and I said, hi, Vicki, and I think she thought I was just a fan, so she brushed me off and then realized it was Lala Kent. Listen, if you have the ability to talk about yourself in third person, third party, It takes some goal. So I'll give it to her. Okay. She said, and we had like an hour conversation. It felt like an hour, to the point where like the flight attendant told us, you guys have to sit. We're leaving the gate. We had like the longest conversation about narcissists and that I need life insurance. That was a big part of it. And she was like doing it on the airplane, trying to figure it out for me. She's so funny. I also met Vicky Gumbelson at BravoCon, and I thought she was an absolute sweetheart. On our last night at BravoCon, me, Jason, Emily D. Baker, it was a few of us, Vicky, Caroline Stenberg. I mean, there was a lot of people, Ryan Bailey. We had the best time, and it was all of us just kind of hanging out with each other at the top of the Gansevoort. And everyone always says how rude she comes off sometimes, or how just there's an ego. I didn't get any of that from Vicky. I didn't get ego, rude, nothing. I just thought she was an absolute sweetheart. She was so nice to us. Lala has even become protective over her fellow Bravo celebrity. If one more dude breaks her heart, I'm coming for them. What are you offering, you freaking scrub? You have Vicky Gumbelson, all right? Stop moving into her house, eating her food, enjoying her freaking Mexican vacation home. I mean, Vicky does not have the best picker. I think she will agree to that. Maybe this new one, this new guy that's in her life, I'm hoping that's the guy, because she just wants her love tank full. She just wants to whoop it up with the guy that she loves. Is that so much to ask? I don't think so. Now, as for Jen Shah, obviously we know that there was a change in the plea, and then she ended up getting sentenced to 6.5 years. And Lala said that if Jen never thought of those that she was scamming, many of whom were elderly, she's a narcissistic sociopath. So Lala slammed the hell out of Jen Shah, but she also has met her. I don't know if you guys remember the first season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but Lala Kent and Katie Maloney showed up and they met. She's met them. She suggested that Jen failed to think of her two sons, Sharif Jr. and Omar. When kids are involved and they had no say in the matter and you just did shit without even thinking about them, I'm not throwing any shade at her. I'm just saying me and how I go about life having a kid. Like everything that I do, I think about Ocean. I'm like, how could this impact her? What if I said in the past that she could read at some point and go, oh my God, why did she do all of those things? Why did she say all of those things? Why couldn't she just shut up? But then on the flip side, I hope that if she goes through things, which she will, that she never feels like she has to be quiet. I'm wondering if Jen was like, I'm providing for my family. I came from nothing, so I don't give a damn. I will make sure my kids have an incredible life and I don't care who I have to affect. I'm just trying to understand how she could do those things. So Lala is sitting here in question, wondering what actually happened. Now, also on her podcast, Lala admitted to feeling concerned about the future of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She said, I'm a little worried about Salt Lake City. I just wonder because Jen's captivating even before this happened. I'm also worried. I have questions to which I need answers. But in the meantime, I can't just give you this without asking you. So go ahead and comment below. Let us know your opinions on all of this, because Lala was very open on her Give Them Lala podcast, which is one of the reasons that it's so popular. And I'm here for it. And I cannot wait to see her this upcoming week. I think I'll see her. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. Go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification. And let's say goodbye to Heather Gay, Vicky Gumbelson, and Lala Kent. Bye, ladies. Love you.